iGA Cares logo. An accessible travel is possible at Istanbul Airport is written on the screen. Host, Ceyda Düvenci. Guests, Can Demirci, Duran Arslan.
Hello, we are at Istanbul Airport, Europe's most successful, brave and only accessible airport. We are resuming our İGA Cares broadcasts at full speed. Now, I have very special guests whom I sincerely wanted to be here. Duran Arslan is a name that has been in my life and has also removed obstacles in my life. If you follow me on social media, you know both Duran and Can. He's like a son to us, and his journey has always affected me deeply. Spending time with him is a great pleasure for me and my family, my husband and my kids. So I want to say welcome, Mr. Duran.
Thank you very much for hosting us in this magnificent palace.
Isn't it?
You made us very happy. Thank you.
We're happy. Dear Can, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I am good.
I'm okay too.
How are you?
I am very good.
You're very good.
I am very good. I am very happy when I look at Can. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, our subject is accessibility. Accessibility is very important today. If you are a person with special needs, the system can make you feel like you're one step behind. This is also the case if you are the companion of such a person. Therefore, İGA Cares and Istanbul Airport are very important. It keeps getting awards over and over. The İGA team is very hardworking. And this is the purpose of these publications. You have visited and experienced our field. Sir, I wanted to ask you first. Let's get to know you a little bit. You are a swimming instructor and you work with people with special needs. I know from personal experience, you being Melissa's teacher as well, so I can say this quite comfortably, that you touch children's lives in a very important way. You have dedicated your life to this work. I think you are the second father of the year, Can. And I am sure that his family thinks that so too. You're helping Can win international awards in swimming. I see Can each time more and more and more advanced each time. This is awesome. Can, can we listen to you and hear your story?
I'm Duran Arslan. I did my doctorate in the field of disabled people and I'm currently doing my second doctorate. I love working in this field. I work with children with special needs. In this context, there are children with physical disabilities, visual impairments, and children with autism or Down syndrome. We do sports activities with them in the pool to increase their quality of life through rehabilitation. Those who are anthropometric and have good physical qualities, not just physical but mental qualities, are provided with professional training. And we take them to competitions. This is our working process.
My baby!
Of course, children with autism and Down syndrome have different problems, concerns and frustrations.
Yes. I want to talk about the cards on your collar right away. In our general introduction, we talked about the sunflower badge. Can is a young man. If I hadn't known about his particular situation, I would never have understood his diagnosis. Traveling in an airport, I must say, I would not have thought that he needed special support. Because his dialogue is also very good. Really, his body, his feet also looks healthy. What the sunflower badge means, dear viewers, a person with special needs, especially those with autism and Down syndrome, can be difficult to spot in crowded places. Therefore, as workers, as their companions, and as the general public, cannot always foresee how to treat them or what to do because we don't understand from how they may appear to us. This is exactly why the sunflower badge may be found at all information help desks as soon as you enter the area. All of the information desks Go to the first one you see and say, for example, my child is with me. They've been diagnosed with autism or Down syndrome, but you can tell by their appearance and immediately you will be given a card. The sunflower badge allows employees on the field to recognize immediately and act accordingly towards them. How are you, Can?
I'm good.
How do you feel? How is life going?
I feel good. Life is going well.
Wonderful. Your training continues.
My training continues. I train on the treadmill, swim,
Yes?
and go to the jacuzzi.
Wow, does it feel good?
It feels good.
Do you like swimming?
I like swimming.
When was the last time you raced?
When was the last time I
Your
raced?
teacher can help?
Help?
2 years
2
ago.
years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years.
2 years ago.
Yes.
Do you remember how you placed?
Where I placed? Second.
You came first.
I placed first.
First?
Yes,
The
he came
touching, I'm used to physical contact, but Can looks into teacher Duran's eyes. Now you start swimming and you will swim until I come back, says Duran teacher. Then Can swims non-stop. We give him a plate of food when he comes to us. Can immediately looks at Duran teacher to see how much he should eat. Isn't that right, Can? He looks at teacher Duran. His teacher says, you can eat half of it. Which Can does, but quickly eats the rest while the teacher is looking elsewhere.
Yes.
In this context, the sunflower badge is very important because you can do questions and answers, get along with eye contact, and how can I know that Can needs special support? Because of the sunflower badges.
Yes.
Mr. Duran, I would like to introduce this field from your point of view. You have also experienced the area as well as in your previous travels. Where's been your favorite place so far?
Can is a person with fewer behavioral issues compared to other autistic children.
Yes.
Some children's issues may be a little different.
Yes.
When they enter an area like this, the lights,
Stimulants.
the people, there are so many stimulants that may cause anxiety
Yes.
for them. This anxiety can cause them to act negatively.
Yes.
They can
They
be
can
frustrated.
scream,
they
they
can
can
scream.
get
They can get
angry.
angry. If they have negative behavior, they can repeat it here. For us, me, for being a trainer and guardian, what I like most in this context is that there's a special room here for them.
Now, there's a special passenger service point opposite the first and sixth gates. That's great, but we also have a very special
Yes.
guest room. You are talking about the very special guest room.
This guest room is also very important, but
Yes,
we may
the
have
entrance
suitcases at the entrance. We need to check in and prepare our documents before the flight. While thinking about the anxiety of the child, the
Yes.
space can be difficult for the child, the athlete, and us as well.
Yes. When passengers enter, they can leave their children there with a companion to make their entrances, do their check-ins, and acquire their sunflower badges. Meanwhile, the child can stay in a quiet, calm, and safe area. This is also important for individuals with physical disabilities. And yes, it also serves
Yes.
in the case of autism and Down syndrome. Let me tell you, by checking, there's a very special guest room opposite the B1 for international flights and G6 for domestic flights. Have you ever experienced it? I want to ask. I don't know if you have, but I would like
Sure.
to briefly explain this part. In this room, there are toys, a screen where the children can watch cartoons, rest areas, an activity train, a screen that broadcasts flight information. One thing that caught my interest was that inside the room, there is a completely padded dim room, which is for those who may be experiencing anxiety, panic attacks, can calm down in that room. If they seem to be out of control, they want to scream and you cannot know what to do, we can help them to calm
Yes.
down in those very special guest rooms. Yes, we had included this in our general introduction video, but again, I would like to go over it again. When you enter the eastairport.com website, you will see the İGA Cast section. In that section, there's a place where there is a very special guest card button. Fill in the information there 48 hours before your flight, so 2 days before at least. You need to do this just once. This card will be prepared for your child, sibling, or spouse. You take this card with you on your flight and show it at the entrance to our friends. Yes, as I mentioned before, across B1 at the international and across G6 at the domestic terminals, you can stay at the very special guest room until your flight is about to take off. On top of that, our friends will accommodate you to your gate. This card is very special,
Yes.
and we're going to gift John one today as he is our very special guest. He will be able to use the card whenever he wants to and will also be easier for his mother and father. Do you like travel?
I do like to travel and I like to fly.
Do you like airplanes?
Yes, I do.
What do you need most at the airport? What do you like from an airport?
At the airport, I would like to
Accessibility.
go to Trabzon.
Do you want to go to Trabzon?
Yes.
My dear team, take note of this. Would it make you happy to get on the plane more easily, to get answers to your questions, and to talk to people who understands you? Would it make you happy?
I will be happy.
Who wouldn't?
Yes.
Isn't it so, sir?
Here, in order to make our jobs easier, visual information about how this adventure takes place has been very good for us, especially when children with autism and Down syndrome do not know what will happen after check-in. Our athletes may
Yes.
experience anxiety. However, when we show this process with pictures, the first step is to pass the X-ray. Then we will proceed to the check-in and the steps that take place afterward. Having visual documents helps us out a lot. It prevents the children from experiencing anxiety and stress. For these to be made is truly exceptional.
Yes, what you're
It's
talking
very
about
nice.
is a customized airport guide for people with autism.
Yes.
Not everyone realizes the importance of this. However, it provides a very good solution and reduces anxiety.
Yes. When children know the next steps after procedure, they don't feel anxiety. They don't get stressed. After the first process, the second, then the
Yes.
third. As a result of these procedures, I will get on the plane and go where I want to go. Thus, there's no anxiety in the child. Otherwise, when the child passes the X-ray and does not see the plane, he starts to worry.
Exactly.
I arrived at the airport, but I can't see the plane. It was very good that this adventure was explained visually with pictures and audibly, as it reduced the stress for our children. Many thanks to İGA employees who thought about this.
Yes, İGA Cares is a very right slogan and it's a very right title. If you are concerned about forgetting all this, like you're telling I'm taking my notes, but what if I forget? Just search for İGA Cares on the internet. The internet will direct you to the right spots about that. And right after that, we can say, in this way, as our teacher said, you will able to access all the information. Sir Duran, do you see something missing or something you want to add to the journey? I must ask you. Is there something you would like to add? Say, Jada, please let's have this. Or should we try this? We are open to suggestions.
I don't think anything is missing in the airport. A detailed study has been done. A waiting area, a guide, a place for moments of anxiety and stress. These are magnificent and very valuable. The following may be considered when on the plane. These children are people with special needs, so it's better if the seats next to them are left empty. Other passengers can also travel more comfortably this way. The anxiety of the child is also reduced to a minimum. And to
Do you
reduce-
mean that while his guardian is sitting on one side, the other side is empty?
In the triple seat, the middle seat may be empty. It may be by the window. That area can be left to the parent or child. That would be great. Of course, if the plane is suitable for it.
Well, is there anything special needed for children with autism in places like restrooms? Do you think the badge at the entrance is going to be enough? I am asking for details on purpose. If something is missing, our team would like to hear about it from an expert.
The most important thing here is that when we wear the badge, an attendant knows about us, then there will be no issues. All the staff at the airport are helpful, well-intentioned and friendly. They help right away. The important thing is not only the employees, also people who take service already know about it. But if you leave a small note for those who come to the airport, people who wear the sunflower card are special people.
Oh,
it would
I
be
see
nice
now.
if
So
it
what
is
you're
mentioned.
saying is we are getting these badges from the information desk. They know, we know, the workers know, but the other passengers don't know about the situation.
Yes,
We can put the picture of the sunflower card somewhere. We should also give the message to those traveling in the area. The people who carry this badge are individuals with differences that we cannot notice at first glance. Please prioritize them, show them
Yes.
courtesy. This makes sense, I think. My teammates are also watching us on the monitor. A fair detail, for example, if I wasn't the host here, I think, why is this handsome young man wearing this card? Is he going to the International Sunflower Contest? I would think so.
maybe this is also possible. There is a beautiful tree plantation in the area. Some of these trees may be decorated with sunflower visuals. There may be a note below them, an understandable note
yes.
for passengers that won't hurt children. Thus, we can raise awareness. Such a study would set an example for many institutions in Turkey.
A lot.
Railways can do what this airport is doing.
Of course.
Institutions
Schools can
do it.
too.
Schools can do it. The teachers and staff at the schools can make different projects on accessibility. Students with special needs can also wear such a card and be noticed by also other children. And I think
Yes.
this airport broke new ground about this
Definitely.
context.
İGA
I hope
Cares is
this
the
symbol,
right start in every sense.
I hope this symbol spreads all over Turkey and good things happen.
Sir Duran, is there any last thing you want to tell us? Shall we talk about future goals and competitions? What is next for Can and other precious children like him? What are your plans?
Our sportive aim is to prepare these children for social life.
Exactly.
That's our purpose in bringing kids to the airport. To see the environment and the people, not to be marginalized when interacting with people
Not to be
in a
marginalized.
different environment, so that they can go to different cities and participate in competitions there. Sport is a tool for us, not a goal. Of course, it's nice to receive a medal, but getting a medal isn't everything. We aim for these children to socialize and hold on to life by using sports, education, airports, and highways. Our people are well-intentioned, hospitable, and tolerant. I believe that if we introduce these children to our people, they will support them, treat them well, and they will guide them. I believe that. I truly believe that.
Well, you don't need to say that. This is how you live. I know you. I recommend you to follow Duran Arslan on social media and, of course, Can too. You can get tired of applauding his successes. A very successful team. Dear Can, thank you very much for coming.
Yes, you're
Glad
welcome.
you came with your mother, father, or sibling. They always hold your hand. Let's
Yes.
send our love to them from here. Is there anything
yes.
you would like to say?
There is something I want to say.
Say it.
I watch television at home. I read. I go to school, I read. And then I go to the fitness sport and I run there on the treadmill. and then I do pull-ups, and then I do swimming practice, and then I enjoy the jacuzzi.
What else, dear Can? What more can you do? You are doing your best. We are always with you. We love you so much. İGA cares. Yes, İGA always cares. İGA cares when you use Istanbul airport to go somewhere. İGA cares when we see the differences that we can't see at first glance. We always need each other. We always need compassion, we need empathy, and we need love all the time. Forever, we'll always need that. In İGA Cares, we continue to introduce you to our videos and this magical world of our field. Stay tuned with us. You can write your questions under the video if you'd like to contact İGA Cares. İGA always cares.